Hey man, what it do? Still with the camp, sound like a little big boss hog. Boss dog, can't pull through that door. Here to talk to us about the truth. Give us a little community. Sometimes don't last, because people do. Don't off yourself. Pause. Call them with a pile of it, you matter. Peak game metaphors of what's one. All right, we clutched up. We couldn't start. We're talking about that boxing. So, Bakhram Murtazaliev has expressed frustration. He's had a long layoff, man. He hasn't fought since he fought Tim Tszyu, right? Where he body bag and toe tagged Tim Tszyu, right? He destroyed that man, bro. It was bad. But he hasn't fought since he fought Tim Tszyu, and he's just upset, man. He's like, look, bro, like, I want to get in there and fight. He was linked to Virgil Ortiz, right? He was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz, according to his promoter, Kathy Duva. And, you know, Virgil Ortiz didn't sign for the fight, right? And then he was linked to Erickson Lubin, but then Erickson Lubin withdrew from the process to go fight Virgil Ortiz. So he's very upset, and he wants to fight the best fights, but nobody wants to fight him, right? So he's just like very, very upset with, you know, promotional companies and things like that, because he wants that smoke. And it's like, guys don't want to fight him, right? And it's crazy. And I've been telling y'all, how are you the champion and people don't want to fight you, right? He's the champion. He's an IBF. I get it if he ain't have nothing. He's a champion, and nobody want to fight him, bro. You understand that? I told you, he the boogeyman of 154. Nobody want to smoke with him, right? And then, like, when it come down to him, they try to use, oh, well, what has he done? What has he done? He ain't did nothing in the sport of boxing. What has he done? He's done a lot. He destroyed Tim Tszyu, right? Who was looking like the face of boxing at the time. I won't say the face of boxing. That's too much. I say they're trying to make him the face of 154, right? Now, granted, he was coming off a loss to Sebastian Fundora, but it was like a split decision loss, right? Okay? It was a split decision loss, right? Where he had a gash in the middle of his head. It was a close fight, and Sebastian Fundora won that fight, right? But Tim Tszyu got an opportunity to fight for the IBF belt, and he got sparked, right? And ever since then, people ain't been lining up to fight no Bakhram Murtazaliev because they know how dangerous he is. Yes, he's a slow fighter, but he's a fighter with high boxing IQ. And I told you, them Russians that's Muslim, the Allah Akbar, them, I'm telling you, bro, problems, right? Problems, okay? But I do agree, bro, like, he's the champion. He should be getting all these fights, but these dudes don't want to fight him, right? So I think a lot of people going to try to wait him out, or they're going to try to do that, you know, they're going to try to wait him out to the point where they're going to have to fight him, or they're going to wait till he has a vulnerable moment, right? Then they'll be wanting to fight him. I'm telling you, right? I was very disappointed in Erickson Lubin for not taking that fight, right? Now, granted, he's fighting Virgil Ortiz, but at the same time, Virgil Ortiz is like, you know, it's nothing spectacular with him, right? He's a good fighter. Don't get it twisted. He's very good for what he does, right? There are guys that do, you know, some things that they're elite at, right? And he's very good at doing what he does, right? But Bakhram is just different, bro, right? He's just different. And I feel like Lubin, bro, I get it. You want your get back, but you could have got your get back as a champion, right? If you was able to get in there and beat Bakhram Murtazaliev and become an IBF champion at 54, that'll set a whole different precedent for you at the weight class. You know what I'm saying? That'll set a whole different stage and get you, you know, I mean, everybody respects Erickson Lubin, right? He a hard-working fighter. He always believes in himself. He just can't get over the hump, right? It's like he always gets these opportunities, but he just can't get over the hump to become a champion, right? But you see the skill, you see the talent, you see everything. He's a very good fighter. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I feel like Erickson Lubin is a very good fighter. Throwback fighter. Nobody got the resume he got. He fought Charlo early in his career. You know, he fought everybody, bro. Like, he's a dang good fighter. You know what I'm saying? But I was kind of a little disappointed that he didn't take the Bakhram fight. I wanted him to fight Bakhram Murtazaliev. I'm not going to lie to you. I was excited for that. You know, he was posting on his page, and then boom, Virgil Ortiz. So, I mean, he's still in a good fight, but to turn down a title fight for a non-title fight, you know, I mean, yeah, it's for the interim, but it's not a belt, right? So I just think that came down to money and financials and political, you know, stuff that goes on in boxing. But I think that Bakhram should stay at 54. I think he need to find a way to get these fights done. He need to maybe have Kathy Duval, because Kathy Duval used to be Sergey Kovalev's promoter. So I think that, and I think Triple G's promoter, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So I think that, you know, he needs to tell her, like, hey, we need to start putting more pressure on these fighters to fight, right? If I need to start showing up to these fights, if you need to start showing up to these fights, we need to start, you know, we need to start doing something to get these guys in the ring, because these guys, you know, or talk to Turkey, you know, and a lot of people are not really eager to work with Turkey, because Turkey, he controls everything, right? So he'll want to be like, okay, I'm about to go it. You know, he gonna want control over everything, and they like, hold on, nigga, like this is my fighter. But you know, Turkey, like, if I'm fronting the money, he gonna do whatever I want him to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when it comes down to it, he just gotta push for those fights, man. I think him just sitting and waiting, you know, it's not working. He probably got to push for them fights. You know what I mean? 54 is a hotbed, and I just think he just needs to push for those fights. You know, but if he can't get those guys in the ring, he needs to just keep fighting. Fight whoever he can fight, right? And then, you know, just stay active. You don't want to start your career out, you know, waiting on guys to fight you, right? And a lot of times that's what these guys do. They're just trying to wait to see a weakness in your game. And, you know, it shouldn't be like that, man. You should be fighting guys and at their peak, you know. But that's just how the boxing game is. It's a lot of politics, you know. Bakhram Murtazaliev, I'm telling you, he a problem. There's a reason why a lot of dudes don't want to fight him, right? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.